Welcome to KitchenAcademic.com. My name is Marcus. Today is a very special day. This is the very first video that I'm putting together for my new series called Working With. Working With is going to be a series where we look into each individual type of ingredient that we can really come up with, and I'll show you how to work with those items and break them down. Today we're going to start with a very classic perennial thing that you'll find in every kitchen: tomatoes. Tomatoes, beautiful, beautiful things. What I have here are some vine ripened globe tomatoes, and I'm just going to show you how to really work with these, and I'll give you a little bit of a backstory with them. A little fun fact about these: they are technically considered vegetables, but as determined by our government, they're actually looked at as fruits, but as determined by our government, they are looked at as vegetables. And that reason is just for taxing, for tariffs, for working with those sort of things. That's what the reason is for that. And there's many different types that you can work with. You have your plums, you have your beefsteaks, you have your aromas, your cherries, your greens, a lot of different types. But like I said, we're just working with some beautiful vine ripened ones. So I'm just going to set these to the side for a moment. So what I'm going to show you is basically the basic ways that you can work with this bad boy here. We're going to start with de-steaming. I pulled out my chef knife. I actually want to go to my paring knife. And what I want to end up doing is this core that we have right here. You see it like right there? We're going to cut that away. So what I'm going to do, holding the tip of my knife, and it's a very sharp knife, I got it in at an angle. I'm just coming down and kind of following the edge of the core, going around till I meet up with the other edge there, and I'll just pop that bad boy out. There we go. I'll get rid of that. So now we have our core tomato. I'm actually going to do one more. And if you can see, I'm doing a very slight up and down sawing motion with this. Do one more. Okay. We'll pop that boy out of there. There. Get rid of those scraps. Now, when you're working with a tomato, they're usually going to be about this size. These are about the size that you'll usually find in your local grocery stores, your Giant Eagles and what have you. We're going to go with the basics. We'll start with slicing. Chef knife, using the classic type of grip right here. And I'll go into that at some other type of video, and add another video at another time. But what I'm going to end up doing, because I want to have slices going down the lines right here, going down the sides right here. I'll lay it on its side. Then we're just going to come and slice very carefully, just like that. All the way down. Forward slicing motion, going right down across the globe of it. Very simple. Very easy to work with right there. Let's go into some quartering. That's also very simple to work with as well. What I usually try to do, since I already cored the tomato, it leaves me this little recess in here. That actually helps to keep it from moving if I put it up on that side. That allows me to come at the other end, come right down the middle. I'll lay that on the new flat side that I created there, and I'll come right down the middle again. And there I have my quarter. If I wanted to, we can go down there again. We'll cut it away into eighths. I'll do the same thing again. Cut this one in half down the center. Once more. And again, just like that. Now, the other main way that you want to work with the tomato would be to use it where you want to just use the flesh. You don't want to have this skin. So, what we're going to end up doing, I'm going to take and go back to my paring knife, and what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to very lightly make cuts in the end of the tomato here. Not very deep, I just want to really pierce the skin. Just like that. Okay. So I have that set up there. What I'm going to do, so I'll set a towel right here. I have a pot of boiling water, well, simmering water, that we're going to take and place our tomato right into. Now, what am I doing when I'm doing this here? What I'm actually doing is very lightly cooking the tomato. But because I've made those scores into it, because I've made those indentations, it's going to actually help to get the skin to peel away for me. Plus, if you had like a pretty long day, this kind of helps to relax the muscles in your hand a little bit, this nice little feeling that you get right here. So go ahead and let that sit there. And I can feel it as I'm working with it a little bit here. I can feel the skin kind of loosening away from the flesh there. So this doesn't take very long. You just want it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds. That's all. What I also have is an ice bath. I'll place that over there. And it's just stainless steel bowl with ice cubes and water. What I'm going to do, we're going to take our tomato, which I have right here. We're going to take that bad boy and plop it right into there. This is a technique known as shocking. When you cook a vegetable, when you cook any type of food, and you place it into an ice bath, this stops the cooking process, aka shocking, so that whatever level of cooking you have it at that moment, that's where it stays. So now we've got that shocked, this skin, we'll get rid of our bowl here, it's just going to melt away from the sides, just like that, very easily. And it leaves me with nothing but the flesh of the tomato to work with. This I can discard because it really is inedible, it doesn't really even pass through your system. Working with a tomato. Remember, work smarter, not harder. I'll see you later.